What's going on, everybody? My name is Charles Reese, and today I'm talking to you about branding, the importance of branding, and I'm gonna break down a few dynamics when it comes to branding and why it's so important for you to build your business, to build your brand, and also for it to be so you can have a functional flow of things when it comes to really building a business and really making money when it comes to your business. So first of all, a little bit about me. Like I said before, I'm Charles Reese. I own a media company and I also own a consulting company. Reese Plus Media, we focus on everything when it comes to media and creating content and creating effective content that can transition into money. And also for the consulting business, we focus on the strategies that makes that content relevant. So with those two businesses put together, it's a mastermind. And listen, when I tell you, I have helped so many businesses make so much money just from simply tweaking some little things organically. And I have a track record of making clients plenty of money. I had one client, she went from doing $3,000 a month to $30,000 in a month. I had another client that we promoted her event. We made one little tweak to how consistently she does her content and literally helped her make $15,000 in a day. So that's pretty much what I do in a small snippet, but I want to talk to you about branding right now and why it's so important for you to really understand and really focus on that. And understand that marketing and branding, yes, they all kind of clump together, and marketing is of course the umbrella and all these different things happen, but you gotta have brand. And of course you see the Nikes, you see the Under Armours, you see the luxury brands that you always see and how they really tie and get people in. There's a lot of different aspects that go into it, but it had to start somewhere. And the more important thing that a lot of businesses do not focus on right now is to really brand their businesses. They're just promoting their businesses and not understanding that brand starts way deeper than just the logo. So the first thing I want to talk about is perspective, right? So perspective wise, you want to make sure that you have an understanding of how you want people to perceive you as a brand, period. Like you have to have an understanding of, okay, when I'm doing this brand or when people see this brand, this is the aspect that I want people to see that in. And yes, that has to do with the logos, it has to do with the colors and all those different creative aspects when it comes to the brand. And that's one side that I'm gonna talk about too. But the first thing I want to talk about is the actual functionality of your business and how that ties into the perspective that people have of you. So when you go into your business, and for example, the example that I love to use all the time is Amazon. The only reason why Amazon has the brand that they have is not because of the logo, it's because of the execution that they have when they do different things. So when you say you order something from Amazon, you know in your head that it's coming in 2 days because they have executed it on a regular basis. That's more of their brand than the logo is. And that's even more important because that's why they're making so much money. And that's the part that a lot of people do not focus on and do not think about when it comes to their brand and businesses, is really focusing on the functionality of the operations and focus on the productivity and the effectiveness of how you actually do business. And yes, you can have a really great week or a really great month or a really great quarter. That's fine too. However, how can you consistently do what you do on a regular basis at the highest level to make your customers happy? Whether you are in the B2B industry or whether you be a C industry, you need to make sure that your process is so good that people are undeniably going to book you no matter what. Whether you do a service or a product. Especially in the product industry, you need to know exactly when your products are going to get to you, how long it takes, and you should never run out of that. And you should also know how much those things cost. And all of those different factors when it comes to really creating a business is so important because you have to have the tactical small things that nobody cares about down pat. The things that are boring, the things that take the most time, the things that stress you out the most. Those are the most important parts of the business that aren't flashy. You can have the best video, you can have the best pictures, you can have the best logo, you can have the best graphics, you can have the best aesthetic on your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. You can have the most viral videos. However, if your functionality is not there, it is not gonna mean anything. I've had so many clients that have went viral on so many people that I've worked with before that went viral before they started working with me. They went viral beforehand and they got all these millions of views, all these millions of followers and things like that, but their website was not functional. So nobody was able to take advantage of the products that they were already promoting in the first place. So functionality is way more important than attention. And attention always will bring money, which is the point that we always want. But your functionality in the beginning is where you have to win it. So when you go into your business and when you're doing your thing or whatever it is, whether you're a trainer, whether you do hair, whether you're selling t-shirts, whether you're selling makeup products, any type of products that anybody needs, whether you're in the medical industry or any type of industry, look at how functional you are and how you do what you do. How can you consistently do this thing over and over again and bring results and bring customer satisfaction? And brand is also not just only tied into the customer satisfaction, it's also tied into the consistency when it comes to your business. Brand also flows into the culture internally. So a lot of times when you do the things that you do, Apple has such a great brand and people want to work for them so much is yes, because of the brand that they put out as well, but also the internally the brand and the culture that they have there, it all ties together. And so internally for your business, the brand needs to exude excellence. For me and what I do, my brand exudes excellence. This is why I have this on in my house. No matter what, when you see me somewhere or you see me out somewhere, I'm going to be looking my very best no matter what. And for me, this is how I look my very best. So this isn't just saying that, oh, if you wear a suit and tie, that's the only way you look the best. No, this is how I look the best. If you want to wear a hoodie and t-shirts, that's fine too. But you need to make sure that you have a brand that you can consistently do all the time and not doing it just because of the likes or the views or the followers and things like that. You need to have a functional process. You need to have to do things that are so seamless to you that it does not matter what time of day, what time of night, no matter what's going on in your life, you will be unshakable when it comes to it. And a lot of people do miss the part of business where you have to be consistent in the truth of your truth. You have to be consistent in that. That's the only thing you can duplicate. When I work with personal brands, I tell them all the time, listen, I'm not going to make you a strategy based off of a strategy that I did for somebody else. I'm not going to make you a strategy based off of what I do for my personal brand. No, I have to learn who you are and break that down and so that we can make a strategy that fits you. If your schedule, if you work a 9 to 5 and then after 5 you work on this, the schedule has to make that make sense. So we can't do content at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're at work. We got to do content at night or on the weekends. You have to adjust your process based off of where you are at the moment, what's convenient for you. And there's going to be a lot of people that tell you, oh, you need to do this. You need to post this many times a year, this many times per week, per day, and all these other things. There are different dynamics when it comes to that. And there are truths in those things. And just like with anything, building brand is volume, building brand is consistency. The more I see Amazon trucks, the more in tune I'm gonna be with Amazon. The more Walmarts I see, the more it's like, all right, Walmart is the place I'm gonna go. The more McDonald's that I see, it's kind of like, all right, well, I know I'm gonna see a McDonald's when I get off this highway, so I need to go there. It's not necessarily that it's just that volume or just that consistency that makes it happen. The consistency goes for all levels, whether that be visually seeing you consistently executing on the things that you say you're going to do as a business. And that's way more important than anything else. There's a lot of brands that look the part and are the part and they are being seen in a lot of places. But when I go and try to order something online from them, I can't get it. They tell me it's going to get there in 3-4 days. I ordered a belt, or I ordered some socks or a t-shirt, or I ordered some shoes from somewhere. They tell me it's going to be 3 to 5 business days, and then it ends up being 3 weeks. As a photographer or a videographer, you told me that you were going to get this video to me in a week, and now it's 3 months out and I haven't seen anything. The execution of your brand is important. It's tied into that. You can have the greatest videos in the world. And that's fine, that's perfect, that's beautiful. But if you sit up here and tell me that it's gonna be a week before I get this video back and it turns into a month, your brand is now tarnished. And your brand is your reputation. And a lot of people interchange that and try to make brand this so grand word, and which it is very important to pay attention to, but it's just simply your reputation. How do you want to be represented? Your brand is what represents you. And if I consistently see your brand, if I consistently see your brand winning and working and doing the things that needs to get done, eventually everything is going to come full circle. And yes, a lot of times that brand can be built by running ads. That brand can be built by doing a lot of the things and spending more money. But for a lot of people who don't have the money when they're first starting their business, the most important thing that you can do is to be consistent. You can be consistent on social media. However, you need to be consistent in making sure your functionality is there too. For a lot of the businesses that I do talk to and a lot of the businesses that I do come across, I always try to make sure when I do talk to them, the first thing they say is, okay, I want this marketing strategy for this product that I'm selling or this service that I'm doing to get more business. And that's like, all right, that's fine. What is your sales process? And they can't give me an answer. That sales process is way more important than their marketing strategy, because if those aren't tied together, it doesn't matter. And before I even talk about social media with that sales process, I need to be figuring out, okay, what is your website? Your brand is tied into the flow of the things that you do, which is most important and what's not important. And that's the part that a lot of business owners don't catch on to and don't really understand. And that's where a lot of people fail. A lot of people do fail in those ways because they don't look at the most important things. They want to get flashy and be seen like all these other brands, and they lose the fact that they still have to run business. And that's the part that what I do, which I really love the most, is like you gotta have to run business. Even with me, I have to run my business how I run it. No matter how many clients are there or how good of the videos that are there, I still have to run my business. Before I promote anything on any platform, I have to make sure all of my systems are in place to make sure that it can handle the influx that I might get. And that's the part that a lot of us business owners have to change our mindset into. Prepare for the influx, not for if it doesn't work. We have to prepare for it when it does work. All right, if I do this post and it goes viral, how am I going to take advantage of that? How am I going to make sure that I have all the products that I need? And of course, things happen and you might be in a place where you can't do certain things in the moment, but at least have an idea, at least know your process that you already do have that can work. So when you do get to that point, you can switch it up and do what you need to do. So brand, like I said before, is not only the perspective, it's also telling your truth, it's also looking the part, but the functionality and the execution of your business has to be in place in order for you to build brand and to consistently really build brand and to make money. And that part of brand is something that a lot of people don't talk about. And the branding of what you're doing is not only affecting you, but it's also affecting the growth of your business. It's affecting the growth of your business internally and externally. So the main things that for branding and for building your brand and having a functional brand and having a functional business is to continuously do business and to understand your business, your industry, what things are coming next, what things are not in style anymore, and also what things can you really consistently take advantage of to build that brand. And when it comes to that, it's more than just having an influencer putting on your clothes. It's also making sure that you have something that represents you. My brand and what I do, I have a why. That's a part of the brand as well. And my why is I want to help as many businesses as possible to grow to the level that they want to grow to. That's my why. My why is to affect change in the business realm and to have these conversations and to really help businesses from the ground up so that they don't lose out on money. And also they don't really have their business and it turns into a side hustle. Those are the deepest things that I've seen in a lot of businesses is a lot of times that a lot of people are moving as a side hustle and not as an actual business. And when they move like a side hustle, it gets treated like a side hustle. When they move like a side hustle, they can't take advantage of the big business that goes on. For anybody that's in doing business, whether that be a service or product-based business, understand that you have to understand your why. You have to understand the functions of your business. You have to understand the look that you want to promote to the people, but also you have to understand your flow to really do what you have to do. And you would rather have brand based off your business and how you do business than how your business looks. So take that. That's going to help you with a lot of perspective when it comes to really building and growing your business. And these are things you need to be thinking about on a regular basis. Do not just do your business because of the look. There's a lot of businesses that look great, but function terribly. Functionality first, then the look, because that's where the real money is. And you're in business to make money. So take that. Like I said before, my name is Charles Reese. I do this every day. Reese Consulting Firm, Reese Plus Media. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Charles Reese W. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this post. And listen, if you got any questions or want to work with my business, any of my businesses, or work with me directly, you can go ahead and hit me at charles@charlesreesew.com. charles@charlesreesew.com. And you can see all of my brands and everything that I do there. Thank y'all for checking in, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.